What's up guys, Khalil here bringing you guys a deck list of a fun deck I've been working on. It is a Monarch deck, but at the same time it's not a Monarch deck, so it's a little weird because I only run 3 Caius and all the other boss monsters are 2 tribute monsters. They take 2 tributes to get them out. So I'm going to explain it to you guys right now. So we got, like I said, he's dark, which is also really important for the deck. Next up, we got 3 copies of Lad and Darkness Dragon. Very, very good combo card for this deck. I'm going to explain it to you guys with the next card coming out, but 3 Lad's really, really important. After 3 Lad, we have 2 Krystias. Now, the main point of this deck, the main reason I built this deck really was to get Krystia into the graveyard and to drop Lad. Your opponent would use all the cards they can to get rid of Lad, and when Lad's destroyed sent to the graveyard, special summon Krystia. They can't special summon anymore, so they can't make any plays, and they've basically wasted all their resources on their Lad, so they don't have anything to kill Krystia. So this is a really strong combo. It actually works really well. It backfires. The main problem with this deck is either it's inconsistent at times because you get bad hands of either none of the boss monsters, or only boss monsters, or when your opponent monster reborns Krystia, your deck only has a few outs to it, so that's a problem there too. But this is the main point of the deck. And here's another fun card. I do run 2 copies of Darklord Asmodeus. With the Legendary Collection, he came out as a promo. I haven't seen anyone run him. He was a prize card, but this card's really strong, and it gives the deck synergy, which is really important. Shout out to one of my friends that actually told me I was looking for a level 8 card for another card later, but I was looking for another strong beater, and he was like, dude, you should just run this because his other effect is, he has 2 effects. One is when he dies, you special summon 1 token that can't be destroyed by battle, and you special summon another token that can't be destroyed by card effects. But the other effect is once per turn, you can send 1 fairy from your deck to the graveyard. So when I get this guy out, normal summon him with 2 tributes, send Krystia to the graveyard. When he dies, I get 2 tokens, and then next turn, use those 2 tokens, summon Lad, when Lad dies, bring back Krystia, and it's pretty much game. So yeah, really, really interesting card. I haven't seen anyone play him, so this is one of the first decks I'm sure you guys will see him actually be used in. And not only is he just used in it, but he works really good for the deck. And he's a 3000 beater, which is really, really good too. So yeah, that's the basic tribute lineup. Like I said, I guess that you guys understand now why it's a little different. It is a Monarch deck. It does work like a Monarch deck, but essentially it's not a Monarch deck. So yeah. 1 BLS rounds up the boss monsters. That's why the light and dark count's really important. So 1 BLS. Defensive cards. Standard beat stick lineup. 3 battle faders, also very standard. You could cut this down to 2 actually. It does clog a lot sometimes. This deck does have a problem with having a lot of cards, since it does depend on getting your big monsters out. Usually if you have control, you don't need these cards, so yeah, you could take this out. It is a pretty big deck. 2 effect veilers. This is very standard. It's a light target, which makes it very important. It's very, very terrible in a Darklord matchup, but it's good against almost everything else. So you really should play at least 2. And then your standard frog lineup. Yes, that is right. This deck plays frogs because if you guys don't know, I really hate the frog Monarch deck. I really think it's boring. But with this twist on it, when you're only playing big 2 tribute monsters, level 8 monsters, you do need the frog engine because it is the best engine to produce tributes. So you have your frog engine. I do play Ronin Totem because going into Gachi is really nice. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people don't play Ronin Totem. I don't know why. Maybe they don't like drawing into it, but it really helps. It's really nice to get gachi on the field to stall when you're searching for your big monsters still. And then Sangan rounds up the monster count. The searching for your swap frogs really important too. So I think it's 26 monsters. Onto the spells. Let me get the staples out of the way. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is all staples. Shouldn't have any questions here. As far as this, you could elect to go up to 3 MSTs. Back row is really not a problem. Lad usually shuts them down. But skill drain kind of sucks. So of course you would side the third one, but 2 seems to be working okay. Foolish and 1 for 1. You guys may disagree on this. I like it. Well, Foolish is definitely really good for more than just getting your Treeborn into the grave. Because if you need a Krystia into the grave for your Lad target, you can dump her, and you can also dump that extra light or dark target for BLS. 1 for 1. I don't know. I play it just to make sure I get my Treeborn in the grave. This deck really needs a Treeborn play, so yeah, that's the reasons for those. 3 copies of Soul Exchange. This is really important because this is your out to cards like Krystia and Vanity's Fiend. It's really important that you run 3. I only run 1 enemy controller. I do like enemy controller, but I feel like Soul Exchange is just way better. Soul Exchange is a much better insurance plan than enemy controller because you're not always guaranteed to have Treeborn in the grave, and you can't do anything if they have a Krystia on the board. With Soul Exchange, you can at least, get your Krystia out maybe. So yeah. Pot of Avarice for your draw power. Allure because you run a lot of darks and you can handle it. And the last part of the deck, I run 3 copies of Trade-In because you run 3 Light and Darkness, 2 Krystias, and 2 Asmodeus. So yeah, you have a lot of targets for Trade-In, and it's a very strong draw engine. And it's also really important when you have a Krystia, like when you have a hand like Krystia and Lad and this, and you have your setup going, you just trade in, dump your Krystia, then draw 2 cards, and then drop your Lad. So really important for the combo too. But yeah, so that is the deck, guys. It's a very creative deck on my part. I hope you guys like it. It's not overly competitive, like it's not super competitive. I did make it for a fun deck, but it can hold its own. If you guys want to test it out, take it to a locals, I'm sure it would do really good. I don't take it to tournaments. I don't play tournaments. I don't have time for Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, so I barely play. But it is a really fun deck to play. It's a really interesting concept, and it's so satisfying to get that combo off. Of bringing back Krystia with Lad. It's just, your opponent can't do anything after that. But that's all I have for you guys. Sorry the video's a little long, but I just wanted to explain it because this deck is a little different. But if you guys like this, definitely subscribe and stuff. And until next time, peace.